Questions with Nate Chappell, Finn Hammond, and Johnny Fisher.
So the way the several questions work is that basically we found a machine in the woods called the Questionator 5000 that was evidently engineered to generate infinite, very silly questions, and Johnny, Finn, and I have dedicated our waking lives to answering them all one by one by one. Now, our sleeping lives are not dedicated to this, and I think Finn's going to tell a little story about a dream he had that's going to illustrate this very well. And now, with that, here's Finn Hammond. Finn?
Thank you, Nate and Johnny. That's right. I'm standing at the precipice.
I'm sorry, hold on a second. Johnny didn't really do anything.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Nate. No, thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, it's better.
So far, you've been useless in this episode, and throwing off to me. I am standing on the precipice of my dreams. That's right. Maybe an hour ago, I was asleep and had a dream where I was in a comedy group. One where one person was a hot dog, and the other two people were a ketchup, and one was a mustard.
Do you mean in that they were actually these things, or they were dressed as these things?
They were dressed as these things.
Okay. But who was inside them, do you know?
They were just kind of these random people that I invented in my head. And it wasn't going well. And I remember having to explain, not that I know anything about this, but like comedy structure to them because they were just kind of doing whatever. And I was like, there has to be like a setup and a punchline. And they're like, yeah, sure, we'll try that. And then they said some more nonsense. And then they're like, they didn't work. No, we're going to do what I'm going to do. We're going to go with my thing. And it just wasn't good. And then I remembered in the dream that it was supposed to be you guys. And that for some reason it ended up being these other people that I don't know. So just to prove my dream right, do you guys have any good I was mustard.
Okay.
You were mustard.
Let me get ahead of it. I'm mustard.
Okay.
Nate, you were the hot dog. Johnny, you were ketchup.
Okay.
Do you guys want to do...
Well, you're kind of springing this on me. It might take me a minute to catch up.
I got you.
What does that mean?
Well, if I'm ketchup, then I can...
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, let's take that again. Hey.
Ketchup.
Hey, you... what do I say?
Wait, who am I? I'm the hot dog?
Yeah, you're the hot dog.
You're the hot dog.
Okay.
And I guess you're like the straight man, kind of.
Well,
and Johnny's the wild card?
Don't ask me. I'm just a bunch of pig assholes.
All right. I think that's it.
I'll put a rim shot in after that.
Okay.
Get that man a bun. Oh.
That's good.
I won't. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna put a. Yeah, that's gonna. Yeah, exactly.
He was a hot dog wearing a bun. He was a fully.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I know it did make it sound like that. The only thing missing were the ketchup and mustard.
Yeah, I don't have any mustard jokes. I'm sorry, it's too serious.
What if it was like I'm gonna point my top of my head at you?
Let's move on to the questions.
Okay.
What classic movie monster would you most like to go on a road trip with?
All right. So they'd have to be a good co-pilot.
Yeah, maybe when we think, let's look further down so we can still hear your voice. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Johnny's looking
He really
straight
went
up
somewhere.
in the air, like standing up, pacing around, thinking about this. Movie monster. Okay, let's list some movie monsters. We got Frankenstein's monster. We've got the Mummy. We've got werewolf guy or Wolfman or whatever. I don't know.
Dracula.
The Black Lagoon, Dracula. The Blob, The Thing.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty much all of them. Chud, right?
Did you do Mummy? Did you say Mummy?
I said Mummy, yeah. Mummy. Yes, I did.
Would the little ghouls from
the Exorcist? No, from The Shining, I mean. The little ghouls, the two little ghouls, the twins.
No,
the two girls.
The
I
two
think it
little
was actually
ghouls.
called ghouls.
Oh, I thought you were girls. I thought you were saying.
yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, the final ghoul.
Yeah, final ghoul. No, what two little ghouls are you talking about?
Well, there's more than two, but
Oh,
I think it was
three
actually
little
called
ghouls.
ghouls. Was
Ghoulies.
Ghoulies?
No.
No.
Yeah, Gremlins.
Well, Ghoulies is a movie. They didn't
Yeah.
count. They don't count.
Mm.
That doesn't count either.
They all have to be from Universal,
Yeah.
and it's
They all have to be Ernest Borgnine.
how many did you? There's 5 of them.
I don't know.
6 of them.
6 of what?
6 of the classic.
6 of
movie
one?
monsters.
Half a dozen of the other?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I have no
Which
idea.
one is it?
Half a dozen. Viv claims that she thinks that expression is 6 and 1, half dozen of the other.
That doesn't
6
make
and
sense.
1.
No, it doesn't
No,
make any
it's
sense.
wrong.
That's 7. Well, one of them has 7.
It's 7, yeah.
Maybe that's why she uses it the way she does to say when things are different.
When something's
By
6
one.
and something's 7.
Yeah. When there's 13 or something.
Baker's dozen.
Oh, that's true. Get the fuck out of here, Johnny.
Half a baker's dozen.
Okay, I don't know how many there are, but Johnny, what do you say? What are you thinking here?
I'm kind of leaning towards Mummy, and I'm not really sure why. I think it's just because like they wouldn't talk too much. You'd have toilet paper if you needed it, and
I don't know if you'd want to use that. It'd be pretty dusty, don't you think? Or something?
yeah, I mean it's more of an
like Mummy's
emergency
dusty.
situation.
Yeah, you would lose in that exchange.
And then you'd have to look at part of their bones or whatever,
Oh, it's true. Like,
or their
ooh.
mummy body.
Ugh.
Yucky.
Yeah, I went with the Mummy.
Gross.
I think it'd be good. They could point, pretty good, like which way they want to go.
Do they do that? What they do?
Mm-hmm.
Not my mummy. She just nags all the time. Clean your room, she always says.
You have mummy issues.
Yeah, yeah. My mummy criticizes my driving. I would say Frankenstein's monster would take up too much room for sure.
Yeah.
Wolfman would just be like get hair all over your car.
Oh yeah.
Creature with the Black Lagoon from the Black Lagoon would be all slimy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get
That'd be
it
gross.
wet.
I think
That's
Dracula
in my
might be nice. I feel like he's been around a lot. You could,
Oh yeah. He'd
Chat a
sleep during
lot.
the day. He'd be up
Oh,
all
yeah.
night.
He
He'd
could
drive
drive-
at night.
yeah, exactly.
You'd
Oh,
have to
that's
get a
good idea.
lot of sunscreen.
Is that true? Wouldn't have to like you'd have to be careful about where you stopped to eat and stuff. No garlic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd be like kind of like me.
Why you don't like garlic?
Yeah, or like I'm sensitive to what I eat, and I need a lot of sunscreen.
You do need a lot of sunscreen,
And
and you
I'm
also
pretty-
bite people's necks
I bite people's necks.
and drink blood all the time. Did you ever see? I assume you did because this is what we're talking about when we're talking about classic movies. My Best Friend's a Vampire.
Oh yeah.
No.
Wasn't it a book first?
I don't think so. Maybe though. I don't know. I can't imagine what kind of a book
Was the
that
book
would be.
better?
Yeah, which was better.
I,
Maybe it was a novelization of the book. Or of the movie, I mean. A novelization of the book.
Yeah, I was like, yes.
it took a book and turned it into a novel.
Yeah, this one isn't quite a novel. It was pretty short. It was a children's book, and it's a novelization of where the wild things are. The book, not the movie.
Right.
Although I guess you could do a novelization of the movie Where the Wild Things Are.
That'd be easier, I suppose. You wouldn't have to stretch it as much.
That's true. You're right. Okay, let's do it.
All right.
So that's the answer.
And
All right, next question.
If you were a werewolf, how would you prevent yourself from going out and stealing chickens and tearing all your clothes off every full moon?
very good question. I would give myself a time limit.
do you
Not
mean?
to when I turn back to a human, but I put a little reminder in my phone that says, hey, you
15
have
minutes.
10 minutes. You have 15 minutes. Don't
Until you wolf out, you mean?
No, it's
What do
like
you mean?
a reminder. So I don't know.
Are you saying
I
you'd
was
let
thinking-
yourself freak out for 10 minutes?
Like you wouldn't, or like it's just like if you once you turn into a wolf, they forget everything. They forget who they are, who their friends are, who they can eat, who they can't eat. Put a reminder on your phone.
Oh, so like Memento style, but like not quite so permanent.
Yeah.
Because
He
also-
would start wolving out.
Do you think
And then-
wolving out? Do you think the wolf? Do you think but the werewolf can't read? Can it?
I didn't think about it. I'll put like a
Yeah.
picture.
Won't have any thumbs either. Or, well, it depends on what kind of werewolf you are.
Do they
I think
grow out of their
werewolves have
thumb?
I don't think they lose their thumbs. It's not. They don't turn into a wolf.
Well, some cultures lower.
Okay, some culture. Yeah, your cultural sensitivity correspondent. Because like I've seen Teen Wolf, and there's no way he's ever been surfing without thumbs
You need those for surfing.
for the handstands. He was doing a handstand on the top of that van. Wolves can't do handstands. I've asked him. Trust me.
They won't have hands.
I pointed a gun at a wolf's head.
Really?
Do my bidding.
That's fucked up. I don't know if I want to do this podcast with you anymore.
Oh, okay.
Okay, bye.
It'd be funny if like dogs responded
I
to
can go back to the hot dog and ketchup guy.
yeah.
I don't need you.
Yeah. They can't read. They're humanoid shaped. So they got thumbs on there.
Okay.
They just kind of wear a version of your clothes that are all torn.
Well, I think they tear all your clothes. That's what I guess I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, I would just have to, you'd have to tell somebody, that's
I'm about to
better help.
look up.
Oh, speaking of which, go to betterhealth.com. That's HEATLH. It's better. Health.
All right.
I think
No,
the
they're not
right
responsive.
worded email. Like if you write him an email
To Wolfman?
to Wolfman, you phrase it correctly. I think you can kind of get them to calm out.
I wonder
See
if the
things from
real
here.
answer. Well, first of all, I would tell somebody. I'd see something. I'd say something. I would get, lock myself in a room and take my clothes off
Yeah.
so that I didn't rip my
For
clothes
sure.
all the time.
Clothes, yeah.
So, I guess I got to figure out if wolves can unlock doors and stuff. Like, do I need outside doors and a person to administer all this? Like, do I call the cops? I feel like I don't think the cops might shoot me. Like if I turn too early, like if the sun comes out or if the moon comes out earlier than I thought. But I could maybe call them like ahead of time, be like, hey, it's that time, when
It's me again.
it's me,
another full moon.
remember every full moon, we got a full moon coming up. I just wanted to, it's that time of the month again. You know what I mean? Do you think that werewolves are an allegory or like a jealous allegory for women's ovulation periods?
Oh, never thought about that.
Yeah.
Let's think about it.
I'll edit this like 20 minutes out.
Why would
I think so.
because the moon.
The moon, it's monthly.
Mm-hmm.
They go
Controls tidal
crazy,
waves.
and they just go crazy, and you just can't even manage.
crazy.
They are just like the worst. What bees? You know what I mean? They are like basically stealing my chickens. I wish
yeah.
they'd tear their clothes off, right?
That's-
right, you fellas.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
Hey,
I just
drop-
wonder if it's just like like they had to make up a story to like even it out. Like, sure, they have problems, but we might be werewolves.
And
'Cause you don't
that's
see
our
lady
answer.
werewolves. Do you see lady
No,
werewolves?
you don't.
I saw
recall
one
seeing-
actually in Teen Wolf 2.
Yeah.
At the end,
Oh,
you
is that-
discover that the teacher, his professor, a tail pops out under her dress,
Oh.
and as she walks away, and you're like,
God.
"What? Are you Sarah?"
Oh.
So in Teen Wolf, he's just a werewolf when the moon is out. Full moon is out.
No, actually, it has nothing to do with the moon.
Oh.
Yeah. Could be stress.
It's like, it's stress. It's basically dysregulation is really what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when he gets upset
see.
and can't control his emotions, he turns like any sort of emotions, I think. So it's like even when he's feeling romantic,
Mm-hmm.
the wolf comes out.
When he gets a boner.
Yeah, exactly. It comes out of its sheath.
Okay,
he's a
the
wolf
wolf is in
man.
a sheep.
No, the wolf isn't. The wolf penis is. Like a dog's penis.
He has a sheath.
Finn's acting like he's never seen a dog penis
No,
before.
yeah, I don't know. It's all new
We've
to me.
we've seen the posters on your wall, Finn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Say hello to my little friend. It's like a Scarface themed poster.
yeah, it's like a
The
corgi.
dog. It's cool. I don't know why that's funny.
Jeez. Anyway, what was the question? I honestly forgot what it was now. It's been driven out of my head. If you're a werewolf, how do you keep your...
How do you keep yourself from
Mm-hmm.
acting out? I mean, my answer was the real answer. I think is
Just
what
lock the door,
you gotta get yourself locked in a room somehow. You have to get yourself so you can't do anything. It's not like Dracula where you gotta to live. You know what I mean? I feel like that's always the tricky one because it's like he really needs blood. Werewolves don't need anything; they're just freaking out for no reason.
Right.
So if you can just not free, or if you can just like minimize the damage.
I think a lot of the problems start because people try to keep it a secret.
Mm.
Probably because they initially killed someone.
Yeah, just buy a lot of land, Yeah. Out in the
Oh
country.
yeah, put yourself dead center in the land.
And I can't run that far, really. I'm pretty, let's face
Knowing
it.
me,
What if
I can go
peed?
full.
What if you pee all around an area and see if it'll make you stay in there?
is that how it works?
Well, it's like
That's your
you've peed off
perimeter.
your territory, you've marked your territory, and then that I don't.
Yeah. Like if you pee around a dog, the dog stays in this kind of invisible
Exactly.
circle.
No, if a dog pees in a circle around itself, it stays.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I would bet. I've never seen it happen.
Yeah,
But,
they're
like,
smart not
yeah.
to.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because that would be pretty stupid. Because then they'd have to stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dogs kind of pee. You'd be like, they have a spot. It's kind of like one place. It's not like a line.
I wonder if you can move them around though.
Oh,
You
like
pick
just
them up
start
while
them
they're
on a
peeing.
carousel.
And start spinning them around. Yeah.
Oh, on a carousel. I like
Yeah.
that. Like have them on a little thing hanging down. That's like have you ever seen those videos of people with the paint cans that swing
Yeah, sure.
to make art or whatever? Kind of like that. Just have him on a rope. Oh, you don't even need a platform. Just hang the dog on a rope, and when it has to pee, just spin it around a little bit. It'd probably be fun for the dog.
Perfect.
It's regulating.
Yeah, they like
Spinning
that.
can be very regulating. Speaking of which, so if it was going to be a werewolf dog, since this came up, like I wasn't going to ask this today, but I was going to ask this off air. But do you have any idea who let the dogs out?
I have a guess.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's
Was it the
Tony
first baseman?
Shalhoub.
Was it the first baseman? For Lou Costello's baseball team.
Yes,
That's who.
he did it.
Who did it?
That guy, the baseman,
Who?
the first baseman.
Who?
Just told you.
Who? His name is who? See that sketch could have been solved really quickly. They would be like, "Who's out first?"
Yeah.
And
If
then
they had
it'd be
my
like,
attitude.
Correct. Oh, I see what's happening here. The fellow's name is who?
What do you think they do with
His
the
last
rest of
name
that?
is who? Let me write it down for you. It's spelled differently.
If they kind of like figure that out immediately, what do you think would happen for the rest of the? Would they just have like a normal turn of the century?
What were they talking?
Conversation?
Like what led them into that conversation? Just talking
It's
about
like,
the baseball
just
team.
talking.
About baseball.
It's a good day for a ball. He was making small talk, basically.
Okay,
And then-
yeah, maybe they would have gotten to know each other a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Stop fighting with
Lou,
each other.
Abbott and Costello famously did not get along.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they,
No.
yeah, because Costello. I mean, it all started there. He didn't even know what he was talking about. He yelled it at him, screamed it at him. Really, I don't
Well,
know.
fighting is a
and then
kind of intimacy.
They did come together on third base because they both stayed at the
Right.
same time.
Oh, is that how it ends?
Yeah, and yeah, it's third Yeah, anyway. Congratulations to those crazy cats. I think we've really mined this fully.
Yeah.
Let's put this wolf to bed. That's all the questions for today. Now get out there and ask questions. Be curious, not furious. And always remember, you can't have a full moon without pulling your pants down. Sorry, that's not true. For Johnny Fissures and Finger Hand Off, I'm handsome Nate Chappell, and this is Several Questions. Mine didn't seem as scary as your guys's.
Thank you for listening to Several Questions, a production of Wolf Out Radio. Click on the link in the show notes for more Wolf Out shows.